started a while ago, are doing everything to prevent that independence from coming. But because of the potency of the movement, because of the conviction that a few have, that independence must eventually be translated into reality. Southern Cameroonians, at various times in history, have defied instruments of obstructionism. In the Enugu House of Assembly, a few Southern Cameroonians said that no, they didn't want to be part of Nigeria. They wanted their own independent House of Assembly. And we know that in 1953, there was the neutrality bloc, and we ultimately had a kind of quasi-regional autonomy. We had our own quasi-House of Assembly in Buea. In 1961, even though two options had been given, and it seems like a fair deal, there were some Southern Cameroonians led by PM Kale who revolted against the system and believed that it was unjust not to give the people of Southern Cameroon a third option. Some people call it a third option. I would prefer to call it the first option. That would have given Southern Cameroonians an opportunity to achieve independence as a separate political entity. In spite of the fact that two options have been slammed on Southern Cameroonians, PM Kale and a few others actually insisted that there should be a third option, and for a very short time, it seems as if that was going to happen. But we are made to understand that Southern Cameroonians, who more often than not are their own enemies, walks towards that direction, got disrupted, and the two options were ultimately slammed on us. But I know that with conviction, we are going to achieve the independence of Southern Cameroon. With action, we are going to achieve the independence of Southern Cameroon. Nobody can stand on the way of this independence. It must ultimately be translated into reality. And in the process, any person, anybody, I heard the vice chairman saying that nobody is bigger than this liberation struggle. Not the chairman. Nobody is bigger than this liberation struggle. This liberation struggle will one day achieve its objective. And in the process, we are going to smash anybody who thinks that he can use this liberation struggle for personal reasons. Anybody who thinks that this liberation struggle can be used for selfish ends will be crushed in the process. And that is a fight most of us are willing to take. Because we know the stakes are very high. We know many people have sacrificed their life for this liberation struggle. And we are going to do everything possible to make sure that the independence of Southern Cameroon happens. When you go to Bamenda, you see people with broken hands. Those people have paid a terrible price. Those people have paid a heavy price. There are people who have lost their life as a result of their unalloyed commitment to this liberation struggle. We cannot betray them at this point. We cannot betray them. We must carry the liberation struggle forward. I know that with persistency, with conviction, with logical inquiry, with flexible perspective, this liberation struggle will ultimately see the light of day. We are here at the United States Capitol. We are here at the nerve center of international politics. We are here at the soul of international diplomacy. We are calling on the United States of America to support a people who have been subjected to infinite assimilation and this process of systematic marginalization. We are a little bit embarrassed that in spite of the fact that America is the arsenal of democracy in the world, President Obama invited President Tobia, who is one of the most obnoxious and repugnant dictators of all time, to dine and wine with him. There should be no double standard. We are embarrassed that the President of the United States of America, representing the interests of America, a personification of democracy in the world, should invite Mr. Tobia, who is one of the most repugnant dictators of all time, to come to the United States of America and dine and wine with him. Why should we be sending double standard the world over? Why should America, of all nations, be colluding with the dictatorship of Cameroon? The moment has come for United States of America to play the leadership role that they have always played, to take upon themselves the moral responsibility to make sure that the various tenets of democracy are translated into concrete reality. We say no to dictatorship. The people of Southern Cameroons have been subjected to a repressive system of government. The people of Southern Cameroon have been annexed. The people of Southern Cameroon are slaves in their own country. Southern Cameroon is the richest place in the world, imbued with a lot of natural resources, endowed with a lot of national resources. But unfortunately, the people of Southern Cameroon are suffering. It is unfortunate that a group of people could be in an ocean and watching their hand with spittles. That is exactly what is happening in Southern Cameroon. We know that with the support of the world, and with our own conviction, with our own courage, with our own commitment, we are going to achieve the independence of Southern Cameroon. Some people think that we have fought this liberation struggle for a very long time, and there seems to be no discernible progress. I say that is a lie. It took South Africa many years to break the yoke of apartheid. It took United States of America. It took the 13 Northern American colonies who were subjected to the old-fashioned mercantilist policy of exploitation, where the export and import trade of the United States were exploited for the best interests of the British, not the best interests of America, to actually break themselves out of that colonialism, to actually break themselves off the exploitative principles that were put in place by the British. If the United States of America did it, if the 13 Northern American colonies ultimately broke themselves out of that system of exploitation, out of that primitive mercantilist tradition, where the export and import trade of America was exploited for the best interests of the British, not the Americans. It therefore means that with conviction, with persistence, with passion, with flexible perspective, with logical inquiry, and with an unalloyed commitment to this cause, we are ultimately going to achieve our independence. But we cannot do this if the biggest nation of the world, if the heart of the world, if the strongest nation of the world is colluding with a dictatorship in Yaoundé. The beauty of this country is that it has been built on the foundation of democracy. We are happy that the United States of America has given us a refuge here, but we are calling on them to liberate us so that we can go where we rightfully belong and enjoy the enormous resources that we are blessed with. We are calling on Southern Cameroonians to keep on supporting the liberation struggle, to throw their weight full throttle behind the liberation struggle. Some people think that Scotland was a failure. Some people think that Alex Salmon was defeated. We draw inspiration from the Scottish experience. We sent a delegation to Scotland. Even though the Scots did not eventually have their independence, the fact that they could even have a referendum was a significant development. At least the people were given an opportunity to determine their own political future. We are calling on Cameroon government. We are calling on the international community. We are calling on the world to support Southern Cameroonians, to give them an opportunity to determine their own political destiny, so that they can make the decision whether they want to be with La Republic or they want to be independent. And it is very clear that about 90% of the population of Southern Cameroon, they want independence. There is no way we can live happily without having this referendum. But whatever the situation, we know that ultimately the independence, which initially was a dream, will ultimately be translated into reality. Thank you. Thank you.